one Anur Rupa has also said that she has worked with the PM's cabinet, and she is saying, and I quote here, "I have seen how rabies cases come. Went to 4 hospitals yesterday. I want to flag that data in Indian healthcare is missing. Different numbers of different data is being quoted in different media organizations. I attended a bite case, but there was no bite. I also went in as a patient and the doctor did not even see my scratch." To this, Justice Mehta actually replied, and he stated that if you are talking about other countries, tell us how many stray dogs that you have seen there. So, Dr. Anur Rupa actually is replying to this question, and she is stating that Netherlands does not have, but none of these countries have euthanized the dogs. The hospitals are not even checking the IDs here. Gurugram doctors were joking. So, Justice Nath is saying that your problem basically is with media data. Let me go across now to my colleague Sambhav Sharma with this. Sambhav, obviously we are seeing arguments back and forth, and we are hearing this doctor actually state how the data is not available about in the Indian healthcare sector regarding dog bites, regarding rabies cases, because everybody is quoting different numbers. There is no centralized system to monitor this. Also, she is speaking about how different countries do not have stray population, but they did not resort to killing all these dogs. They did not resort to euthanizing them.
Well, here Dr. Anur Rupa, who is appearing in the Supreme Court as party in person, is putting forth these arguments, as you rightly pointed out. And Dr. Anur Rupa is saying that there is no availability of data. So obviously, there should be some kind of data, an authentic data, which could be, be made as some kind of basic figure, as to how many stray dogs, how many bites, dog bites taking place. There should be authentic data, is what Dr. Anur Rupa is putting forth as she is appearing as party in person. There is no availability of data, is what Dr. Anur Rupa is saying. And even when a scratch happens, doctors say a dog bite has occurred. So there should be a difference between a dog scratch and dog bite, is exactly what Dr. Anur Rupa is putting forth. She is further saying that I've worked with governments, different governments abroad as well. And to this, the court has asked how many stray dogs are there in those countries. Here, Dr. Anur Rupa said that there are no stray dogs in Netherlands and Singapore, but none of them were euthanized. And the court said, so you have a problem with the data being circulated by media. To this, Dr. Anur Rupa is saying that, yes, I am also really thankful to you guys for taking up the matter. These are the arguments being made in the Supreme Court, and also there are important arguments where Justice Vikram Nath has intervened, has said that, who are victims of stray dog bites? So he is saying that, please be precise, tell us what is your exact grievance. We know it is a big menace. Children are getting bitten, aged are getting bitten, then there have been deaths too. This is what Justice Vikram Nath has said, and to this, Senior Advocate Kapil Sibal is said, for dog lovers, Senior Advocate Kapil Sibal is saying, if one tiger is a man-eater, not all tigers are man-eaters. All do not have to be killed.
Right. In fact, let me introduce that argument to the viewers. Justice Vikram Nath has acknowledged the seriousness of the stray dog menace, noting that children and the elderly are being bitten and that there have been fatalities too, while asking interveners to clearly spell out their specific grievance. On the other hand, Senior Advocate Kapil Sibal, appearing for dog lovers, argued that the actions of a few aggressive animals cannot be used to justify treating all stray dogs the same, drawing a parallel to man-eating tigers. So, I believe Mr. Jindal is still on the line with us. Sir, when we are looking at this entire issue, Justice Vikram Nath has also stated that this is a very serious matter. because it talks about death as well, life and death. Children are being bitten, elderlies are also being bitten, and there have been fatalities in this entire case. So obviously this is a very serious issue. But then Kapil Sibal is advocating that you cannot justify treating all stray dogs the same when you draw a parallel to man-eating tigers. Mr. Jindal, do you believe that this argument holds ground?
No, see, look, it is not about killing any stray dogs. It is about the safety of a human life. So when you are talking about safety of a human life, there should be some mechanism. And mechanism should be followed in that manner that, as I think Mr. Sibal is also confused with their own arguments. At one side, he is saying that, okay, we are ready to sanitize the all dogs and to put in the shelter homes after sanitizing, or it would be a leave on the street. But nobody talking about killing of a dog. So why they have put this argument again and again that the dogs cannot be put in a shelter home? I didn't even understand. It is about a human life. If you are not taking care of a human life, the persons who has been constitutional right, their priority should be there. So it is not about the street dogs. It is about the human life. And I think the way they have putting forward this whole issue is it is inhuman. So I think I am not agree with Mr. Sibal's arguments, and I hope that I myself facing sometimes that though very aggressive dogs are there, and we are not able to even cross the street just because of them. So what at that particular time what we can do? You cannot say one dog is good and the other dog is not good. It is about the everyone, and we have to be taken care in an appropriate manner to this thing. And I think it should be taken care by the statute only and the formation of particular guidelines. Otherwise, it would be a very harsh thing, and the more damages to a human life could be happen in the future also.
Right. In fact, we have. Thank you so much, sir, for all those inputs on that story. We will in fact go across to my colleague as well on this entire issue. But Sambhav, like we are speaking about this entire case that is ongoing, we have Kapil Sibal, who is also saying that like the NHA, because in the November 7 order, they had also ordered the NHA to make sure that there are provisions in place for animals who are removed from the highways. There is fencing in place. So the NHA has started complying with that order. But so Kapil Sibal is now arguing that like the NHA, the Ministry of Railways should also be included in this order, so that because accidents are happening on the railway lines as well. To this, Justice Mehta is actually saying that in Assam there is this problem. Railways has come out with a solution of infrared tracking, and then to this Kapil Sibal actually replies that if there is an unruly dog, you call a center, it will be sterilized and then released back. So Justice Nath is also saying that it's just not biting, it's the threat that is caused by the dogs, the accidents that are caused by the dogs, and they have to identify. How will they identify what mood the animal actually is in? That's a very difficult thing to do. Sambhav.
Well, absolutely. Here, Justice Vikram Nath is saying that it's not just biting; it's also threat caused by dogs. It's of accidents. Absolutely, it's one of the major arguments by many of the advocates in the Supreme Court who appeared for the victims here. And here, Justice Vikram Nath is in a way acknowledging that it's not just biting, the dog bite; it's also the threat caused by the dogs, and also of the threat of the accident. So how can you identify is the big question raised by Justice Vikram Nath, and which dog is in what mood in the morning, you don't know. So here this very interesting and important argument made by Justice Vikram Nath here, that which dog is in what mood in the morning, you don't know. And Kapil Sibal, obviously there is a discussion going on in the Supreme Court where this senior advocate Kapil Sibal for dog lovers putting forth his arguments, and bench is also seeking clarifications on certain aspects. Here senior advocate Kapil Sibal is saying, I suppose that in a lighter vein, if there is pain, does not mean we have to be cruel. And Justice Mehta is saying only thing left is then to provide counseling to the dogs, not to bite someone. Obviously, these arguments are being made in the Supreme Court on a lighter vein, because see, this is no doubt the Supreme Court is very serious about this particular issue, that stray dog issue, and Supreme Court wants to come up with a conclusive, I mean, in a way which could curb this stray dog bite cases and this particular menace. Here, senior advocate Kapil Sibal, as you rightly pointed out, is saying that like NHAI, National Highway Authority of India, Ministry of Railways should also be included, and accidents are happening. Just to this, Justice Mehta is saying that in Assam there is this problem. Railways has come out with solution of infrared tracking, and Sybil is saying if there is any unruly dog, you call a center, it will be sterilized and released back. To this, Justice Vikram Nath is saying it's not just the dog bite, but it's also the threat caused by dogs of the accidents. And how can you identify the mood of the dog? Now it's very interesting and a big question. How can you understand the mood of the dog, especially in the morning? You don't know what mood the dog is in. So these are the arguments being made in the Supreme Court. It's around 40-45 minutes since this hearing is going on. The dog case hearing is going on in the Supreme Court, and obviously 45 minutes of the top court, and 3 judges are hearing it. And also in the last hearing, I mean, in the during the last hearing, the Supreme Court has called the chief secretaries and asked for the compliance report. And the Supreme Court has said that there is a need to file the compliance report, and need is to take this matter very seriously. And also, as we are discussing, there are 2 cases the Supreme Court has highlighted in the Rajasthan, where 2 judges were bitten by the stray animals, and one is serious. One judge's condition is quite serious, and also there are cases of few lawyers being bitten, and I mean in different courts. So all these cases are before. I mean all these. Dog bite cases are being put by different lawyers before the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court is making a detailed hearing on this dog case, and these are the arguments being made in the Supreme Court, what we are discussing and it is to be seen now what next the Supreme Court says in this particular case, because the seriousness could be understood from this very fact that in the last hearing, the Supreme Court has called all the chief secretaries of the state who have not filed the compliance report to be physically present in the Supreme Court in the dogs case. So here the gravity of the case is very much obvious from these facts, and 45 minutes, 50 minutes of Supreme Court hearing on this particular case.
Right. In fact, Sambhav, stay on with us. Joining us also on the broadcast is Advocate Sandeep Lamba. He is an advocate who has appeared in this entire dog hearing case in the Supreme Court. Thank you so much, Mr. Lamba, for speaking to us. Appreciate your time. So, when we are looking at this entire case that is ongoing, there are a lot of arguments being put forth by both the parties, and obviously discussions about the ABC programs is coming into the picture, the discussion about the dangers and the threats posed by dogs is also coming into the picture, sir.
Right. Now I represent the one of the victims, who is Bhupinder Singh, and we made a suggestion to the Honorable Court, like the thousands of dog bites are in the authority parks, and there should be a ban on the street dog also and pet dogs also. Now the ABC program, whatever the things are not complied by the some states, and some states filed the affidavit and all, and the Honorable Court asked a suggestion from the victim and from the other states also. Now the proceeding going on. So this is the thing happened.
Right, sir. And you have you mentioned that you have also you were the counsel for Bhupinder Singh, and you have said that there are thousands of dog bites incidents in authority parts. You have presented this argument in the court. Could you tell us more about that?
Right now, with me, a victim also present there. Now he can narrate the main actual things, what happened to him.
Yes, please, sir.
Hello. I am Pandar Singh, petitioner number 3 in Supreme Court, dog stray case. Now I put a humble submission in Supreme Court that there are so many incidents in dog fights authority parks. Authority is the main security concerned. So they have no any plan to stop the dogs in parks areas. Or this is the very important nowadays the parks area to stop the dogs. Or if you can search in Google, there are 10,000 incidents of dog bite, stray and pet also in parking areas. So this is very important. So I requested to Supreme Court that kindly totally stop the ban of pet and stray dog also. So this is our submission to today's Supreme Court. Proceeding also is going on.
Right, sir. All right, so you heard over there was a counsel who appeared for one of the victims of a dog bite case. He's humbly submitting before the court that they want this case to be resolved. They do not want stern action, but they do want some kind of action to be taken to make sure that such incidents do not occur. Sir, agar if I can ask you about what more can the administration do. What more have you asked the court to order the administration to do to make sure that such incidents are not repeated?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, repeat the please.
Sir, I am asking you what all submissions have you given for the administration in the court? What steps they can take in order to make sure that such incidents do not happen again? Because a lot of responsibility also falls on the administration, sir.
Some people, so-called dog lovers, also problem create in parking areas. They give the foods in inner park. So and then the ban of dog lovers, so-called dog lovers, and the pet dog also, because pet dog is the more dangerous than stray dogs. Because if you have no control the pet dogs, they are very dangerous than stray dogs. So we requested the court that both dogs are totally entry banned in the parking. Because parking area is the fundamental rights to walking the humans area. And nowadays you can see many parks are homes of stray dogs. So this is the problem. So,
right, sir.
I requested the court to take the stern action against the so-called dog lovers and authorities.
सर, आपने अभी पार्किंग एरियाज की बात की, आपने पार्क्स की बात की, जो कि सभी का हक होता है सेफ और फ्री पार्किंग एरियाज और पार्क्स के लिए, बट जो कोर्ट में आर्ग्यूमेंट्स हो रहे थे उसमें गेटेड सोसाइटी की भी बात हो रही थी. वहाँ कह रहे थे कि वोट के हिसाब से लेना चाहिए, अगर लोगों को अलाउ करना चाहिए कि नहीं जो स्ट्रे डॉग्स हैं वो फ्रीली रोम करें या ना करें गेटेड सोसाइटी में. सर
देखिए हो क्या रहा है, लोगों को आजकल कोई गाइडलाइन तो है नहीं, सोशल गाइडलाइंस क्या किस तरह से समाज में रहना है. लोग डॉग लवर्स जो लोग बनते हैं उसमें एक साइकोलॉजिकली आप रीड करेंगे तो वो ह्यूमंस में बैठना नहीं चाहते, समाज में बैठना नहीं चाहते. वो डॉग्स की तरह से अगर उनको ह्यूमंस में बैठना तो उनको एक पूंछ हिलाने वाला आप कह सकते, पूंछ हिलाने वाला चाहिए आदमी कोई, तो उनको वो उनका डेवलपमेंट नहीं है इन लोगों का कि पूंछ हिलाने वाला डॉग्स या ह्यूमन से कैसे हमको व्यवहार करना है. ये थोड़ा सा देखना होगा कि उनको एक हैबिट हो जाती है कि डॉग्स को घर में रखते हैं, बाहर रखते हैं, कि कोई उनको कोई हर समय उनकी स्लेवरी की तरह से रहे, तो स्लेव की तरह से वो चाहते हैं. तो ये हमें एक ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी जो बनती जा रही है घरों में, वो क्योंकि समाज में रहना नहीं चाहते, सोसाइटी में के लोग के साथ बैठना नहीं चाहते हैं, और एक डॉग के साथ 24 आवर्स वो रहते हैं, बेड में डॉग के साथ रहते हैं, बाहर जाते हैं सब डॉग के साथ आते हैं. तो समाज का एक ताना बाना ऐसा है कि वहाँ डॉग्स की एंट्री कैसे हो. जब हम 4 लोग कहीं हम जा रहे हैं तो डॉग उधर से आ रहा, तो दे यूज द एज ए वेपन ऑफ डॉग्स. तो ये चीजें देखने वाली कि जिसका जो स्थान है वो उस स्थान पर है. डॉग्स को नेचर ने काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग इम्यूनिटी दी है कि वो बिना कपड़े के, बिना खाने के हमारे वो जी सकता है, लेकिन आदमी नहीं जी सकता है।
जी बिल्कुल।
तो ये
जी
सारी चीजें
बिल्कुल।
हमें साइंस के अकॉर्डिंग भी जाना होगा, और जो है ये एनिमल्स का क्या उनकी हैबिट है उसके अकॉर्डिंग भी जाना होगा। तो ये सारी चीजें, इन पर रिसर्च होना चाहिए, और इन पे जो लोग सोचते नहीं है, कुछ भी जो समाज में रहना चाहते, समाज को ही डॉग बनाना चाहते हैं, ये मेन है मुद्दा। कि उनकी बड़ी डेंजरस एक पॉलिसी है कि समाज भी डॉग के लिए तरह से व्यवहार करे उनके प्रति, अगर मैं कहूंगा तो ये उस तरफ जाना चाहते हैं। तो दिस इज अ वेरी डेंजरस पॉलिसी ऑफ डॉग लवर्स अगेंस्ट द ह्यूमन एंड सोशल जो वेलफेयर है, सोशल स्टेटस जो हमारा है, ये एक सामाजिक ताना बाना जिसको आप कहोगे, उसका हमारा ये गड़बड़ होता है।
जी बिल्कुल। और सर जब आप ये पूरी बात कहते हैं, ये इसमें जो कोर्ट में आर्ग्यू हो रहा है, इसमें ये भी कह रहे हैं कि डेजिग्नेटेड स्पेस पे खाना देना चाहिए। अगर जो डॉग लवर्स हैं वो डेजिग्नेटेड जगह पे अपने काम करेंगे तो ये जो डॉग्स हैं उसका मेनेंस भी नहीं रहेगा, वो लोग दूसरों को अटैक नहीं करेंगे। बात हो रही थी शेल्टर की भी, कि ये जो स्ट्रे डॉग्स हैं इनको सभी को शेल्टर में डाल दीजिए, उनको खुले घूमने की क्या ज़रूरत है?
देखिए, एक होता क्या है, क्योंकि डॉग्स की जो पॉपुलेशन बढ़ाई गई है वो ह्यूमंस के द्वारा बढ़ाई गई है, सो कॉल्ड डॉग लवर्स के द्वारा बढ़ाई गई है। क्योंकि आप देखिए, जो डॉग लवर्स है वो कभी आदमी से बात नहीं करेंगे, समाज में बैठेंगे नहीं। आप रिसर्च करिए, आप उनके इंटरव्यू लीजिए, तो ये कुछ ना कुछ कहीं प्रॉब्लम है, साइकोलॉजिकल प्रॉब्लम है या कोई और प्रॉब्लम है। तो उस प्रॉब्लम्स को समाज झेल रहा है। आज मल्टी स्टोरी सोसाइटी में आप सोच सकते हो कि 20वें फ्लोर पर एक आदमी के अगर 5 डॉग रह रहे होंगे, क्या इसका एक मोटिव है, क्या इसका कोई मीनिंग है? जी, दिस इज द मीनिंगलेस ऑफ। फिर हम ह्यूमन कैसे हैं? आप एक बड़ी 1000 गज की दिल्ली में कोठी ले लीजिए, उसमें डॉग ज्यादा मिलेंगे, आदमी कम मिलेंगे। तो हमको आदमी को देखना या डॉग को देखना, ये डिसाइड करना हो, क्योंकि डॉग है वो एक जो नेचर का एक एनिमल है, वो सफाई कर्मचारी में आता है। हमने उसको पेट बना दिया, वो जबकि पेट श्रेणी में नहीं आता, वो एक सिक्योरिटी हमारे साथ आता है, वो अपनी सिक्योरिटी के लिए हमारे पास आता है, हम पूछ हिलाता है। तो हमें ये देखना है कि आदमी को रखना है या डॉग को रखना है। डॉग की अपनी नेचर है और वो हम पर कब्जा करता जा रहा है कि आप इसको इस तरह से भी ले सकते हैं। आज एक मर्सिडीज जो करोड़ों की गाड़ी आती है, एक ड्राइवर होगा और एक डॉग होगा उसमें, यानी कि मालिक भी नहीं होगा, मालिक ने उसको ड्राइवर दे रखा डॉग को। तो ये कंडीशंस आप एक तरफ आप गरीबों की बात करते हैं, एक तरफ आप डॉग को मर्सिडीज में ले जा रहे हैं। तो कैसे गवर्नमेंट ये काम कर रही है, कैसे समाज काम कर रहा है, कैसे डॉग लवर काम कर रहे हैं? अरे ह्यूमन लवर होना आपको या डॉग लवर होना, और ह्यूमन लवर का मतलब कंट्री से लव करना, तो ये और समाज से लव करना, समाज हमारा मजबूत होगा। आज कितने साइलेंट किलिंग हो रही है, जो रेबीज होता काटने से, आप देख लीजिए कितने बड़े बड़े खिलाड़ी मर गए हैं जरा सा ये करने से। तो ये बहुत सीरियस कंडीशन है। उस सीरियस कंडीशन को समाज फेस कर रहा है। इतना डेंस पॉपुलेशन में हम डॉग को फेस कर रहे हैं। आप लिफ्ट में नहीं जा सकते। मेरे ऊपर 50 बार डॉग ने अटैक किया है, तो और सामने भी अटैक किया, हमारे बच्चों पर अटैक किया। कैसे हम लोग चल नहीं सकते, सामने से डॉग आ रहा होगा तो हम एक पैर से चौकस हो जाते हैं। क्योंकि ये जो पेट डॉग्स है, ये वॉल्व के चिल्ड्रन है, नॉट डॉग चिल्ड्रन। आप इन पर रिसर्च करेंगे तो आप आजकल सोशल मीडिया है, नेट है, अगर कोई भी कुछ बोल रहा है, मैंने आपको बोला आप नेट पे जाइए, क्योंकि वो वॉल्व से के थ्रू वो ये डॉग पैदा किए जा रहे हैं, जिनको डॉग बोला जा रहा है। डेंजरस। आज तो पिटबुल देख लीजिए, पिटबुल एक बार अगर आपको मिल गया, उसकी गर्दन कट जाएगी, आपको छोड़ेगा नहीं। क्या डॉग में ये नेचर होनी चाहिए? क्या हमारे जो इंडियन डॉग्स थे उनमें ये नेचर थी? हमारे इंडियन जो स्ट्रीट डॉग्स होते थे वो इतने डेंजरस नहीं होते थे, उनको भी हाइब्रिड कर दिया गया। तो ये बहुत डेंजरस है, और ये कोई एक ऐसा कोई प्लान कर चल रहा है कि हमारे सामाजिक ताना बाना जो है बिगड़ रहा है। तो काफी कुछ मैंने आपको बोल दिया है ना।
जी 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 जी, धन्यवाद आपका हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। इनफैक्ट लेट मी ऑल्सो इंट्रोड्यूस सम other information that is coming in through from the court. The court heard different views on handling stray dogs, with senior advocate Kapil arguing that capturing or sheltering all dogs is neither practical nor economically viable and could pose risk to humans as well, stressing on the need for a scientific approach and better enforcement of existing laws. The bench, however, underlined that prevention must take priority. It flagged fresh data on multiple attacks and indicated that a structured mandatory response mechanism may be required. The court also focused on enforcement of existing laws and rules on stray dogs, with Justice Vikram Nath noting that states have largely failed to comply and warning of strict action against non-responsive states. Senior advocate Kapil highlighted that the board's standard operating procedure conflicts with the ABC rules, leading states to follow the SOP instead. Sibal criticized the SOP as unscientific, saying it prioritizes male over female sterilization, allows overcrowding in shelters, increases disease risk and provides inadequate food, creating conditions where dogs could fight and then spread infections. In fact, the bench is discussing the feeding and care of stray dogs, with Justice Mehta pointing out that NGOs also provide food in shelters, countering claims that only the shelters are responsible. Senior advocate Kapil questioned the feasibility of feeding 1.5 crore dogs, while Mehta suggested concerned citizens could take responsibility. The bench also ruled out playing videos of incidents, noting that both sides would have sufficient material to present. All right, let me go across to my colleague Sambhav on this. Sambhav, obviously, to and forth, the arguments are actually going on right now. There are differing views on the entire issue. The court says that you need to be cautious while dealing with such an issue.
Well, absolutely. Here, as the court has in the very beginning of this hearing, the three-judge bench has very clearly said that we will hear both sides of the arguments, and detailed argument in the Supreme Court is going on, where both sides' arguments are being put. On one hand, senior advocate Kapil making certain suggestions as to what exactly is to be done to curb this particular, to curb the dog bites, and also there should be certain kind of dog rights he is talking about. As a civilized society, we need to think about it. On the other hand, the victims of the dog bite and rabies are coming forward through their lawyers.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. With that, we are wrapping up this bulletin and slipping into a short break.